So, April 2026. Snow is gone. Salt has disappeared, hopefully. I still need an oil change and state inspection, but we won't talk about that. This all means one thing. Time to get back on the Can-Am Spyder. Or at least stand next to it and think about taking it for a ride. If you're new here, first of all, why? Second of all, what you should know is this. There's nothing exciting in this video, or my prior videos, likely not my future videos. There never is, and today is no exception. This is not a cinematic riding video. There are no sweeping drone shots, no dramatic music, no top 10 must list, nothing like that. This is just me getting back, hopefully, into riding after winter, and at least talking about getting back into riding. Me talking is pretty unusual. I usually don't do it on my videos. Typically, you won't hear me say a thing, and you should probably be thankful for that. This is just a video of me riding my Can-Am F3-S Spyder 2024. It has been sitting patiently, judgmentally, all winter long. But finally, it's springish. It's Buffalo. You never really know in Buffalo. I still won't ride as much as I should, as much as I'd like, but at least now I can feel guilty about it. Winter, for obvious reasons, is not exactly prime riding season here in Buffalo, New York. No, we're known for harsh winters, blizzards, feet of snow. But that's over, hopefully. The snow and ice, the road salt, all of it's gone, at least until September, October maybe. So the Spyder sits in the garage, and I think about riding again. Anyway, it's warming up. This is the part where I try to remember I really want to ride more often. It's something I always mean to do since I've gotten the Spyder. I just don't do it near as much as I want to. I'm a bit of a hermit. I'm lazy as hell. I'm just not the outdoorsy type. But I like the idea of being a rider. And I have intentions on doing it a lot more than I do. Good intentions? Anyway. I had to pick up a prescription, so I finally decided to pull off the winter turf and see how the Spyder was doing. Battery, hopefully alive. Tires, still around. Fluids, they're probably in there somewhere. Me? As usual, I'm dubious about it all. But that's part of it, I guess. It's not just the riding, it's the build-up. The slow reintroduction into doing something you enjoy doing but haven't done for months. Every year I tell myself it'll be a lot more riding this year. Well, at least the last couple years since I've gotten the Spyder. So far, I've actually not put many miles on it at all. I feel bad about it, and now that it's spring, I feel bad about it again. It's easier not to think about it in the winter. But part of me is like, go ride. It'll be great. The other part is like, but the couch is comfortable. Surely there's something new on YouTube to watch. And that, not to bother, be lazy option is always very persuasive for me. It's comfortable. It's consistent. It has a strong track record of keeping me content. Especially when you factor in things like comfy chair, snacks, climate control, no bugs, my dogs, hounds, mutts, whatever you want to call them. Sasha and Princess are used to having me around, and being around is a lot easier than cleaning up their occasional complaints of me leaving. Motorcycling has some serious competition. Well, once in a while I actually get out there. And when I do, it's always worth it. Every single time. When I do, I remember why I like it. The feeling of being on the road, the feeling of control, the feeling of just leaving everything else behind. So that's what I really want to do a lot more this year. Not necessarily big trips, just more of that. More rides, more stops, more, I'll just go this way and see what's there. Within a reason. Let's not pretend I'm suddenly going to become Mr. Adventurous. Realistically, I'll probably plan to go somewhere, talk myself out of it more often than not. And occasionally I'll go anyway. And after a while, I'll think, this was actually a really good idea. I should do it more often. And again, feel guilty until I do it again. But consistency is not my strongest suit unless you're talking about being consistently lazy. So if you're watching this expecting big thrills and interesting narration about Can-Ams or the scenery around Buffalo, or anything really, that's not this video. This is more of a, we'll see what happens kind of situation, video, whatever. But the Spyders are ready. Well, except for that oil change and inspection issue. Well, again, be quiet about that. No one needs to know. We'll get it done eventually. The weather's getting nicer. Now it's just a matter of me actually using the Spyder. And if you stick around this year, maybe there will be more rides. Maybe I'll actually go to some interesting places. Maybe there'll be some scenery. Maybe. Or maybe you'll not notice I didn't put up another video for a month or two, because you're busy watching much better videos, like Purple on 3, or Relish the Riker, or some other Can-Am riding YouTubers. They're all a lot more interesting than I am. Trust me. End of the day, this isn't about doing anything impressive. It's just about getting back on the bike, taking advantage of the season, and enjoying it. Even if it is in a very low-key, not particularly exciting kind of way. Because I'm very low-key and not very exciting. So yeah, it's the start of the 2026 riding season. We'll see how it goes. No promises. Don't get your hopes up. Well, I guess my narration was too short. I still got the whole ride home. Well, I'm really not going to entertain you by talking about what you're seeing or anything. It's just a ride home from the local grocery store where I picked up my prescription. I'll just leave you with some copyright-free music for the rest of the ride home if you bother watching. And if you don't bother watching, I don't blame you one bit, but even more reason I shouldn't bother trying to entertain you with the sound of my voice. Have a good day, week, month, whatever it is until I post another video. Enjoy!